you can see, there's a new car in the workshop. In 1957, I believe. Standard 8. Let's have a look round, shall we? So there she is. We only picked it up probably last weekend. By the time you see this video, it was probably 4 or 5 days ago. Pretty much as you would guess when I bring something back. Tad bit on rusty. It looks like they've tried to do a repair. Looks like someone's been trying to repair the wing. The boot's about had it, I think. No, the boot. Yeah, someone's had a repair as well. Yeah, so it's a 1957 Standard 8, which would have had, I believe, I haven't got the owner's manual, but 800cc, 10 horsepower, something along those lines. Being a later model, the boot does open, so I've got all the mod cons. Yeah, it was kind of going up against the Austin A30, A35 sort of era of vehicle, so 10 horsepower was about the norm back then. This, however, has been fitted with, if I can lift the bonnet while on the phone, no I can't, I'll show you in a moment, that's been fitted with a 1200 Herald engine. So, wow, all the tarmac tearing power that this thing is going to have. She's not been on the road since 1996, I believe. The last owner, I got it from, was gifted it, and he got it in 2013, named it Edgar. So that name is actually staying. And yeah, he did bits and pieces. He's replaced that sill and the inner sill. He hasn't capped it though. He's replaced the floor as well in the back. You probably can just see it where that white piece of paper is. I'll show you better later. Just with a flat piece of steel. He's done an alright job. He was a welder by trade, so he's done some good bits on pieces on it. This sill needs replacing because someone's jacked it and it's knackered. The doors, yeah, sadly they're not great. Blown there as well. Front's gone. This side, I think this side, yeah, this side's far worse. Someone's tried to skim it with filler at some point, and she is crusty as crustiness. The front of it, it's gone, and this actual skin's blown away. That one is probably repairable because out of all of them, that was actually not too bad. But we've managed to get in contact with someone who's got 4 doors which are in better condition, at least won't need as much welding as these, but a sliding window type. Now I prefer the sliding window type than the wind down ones, and because some of the especially this door where it's blown away, I've noticed the mechanisms all rotted away, and unfortunately, unlike what I'm used to with the BGT, there isn't really any repair panels for these things because it's pre-Triumph, really. It's pre-Herald and all that kind of stuff. Even though some of the parts are interchangeable, I have had it up in the air. Somebody's fitted a full-length corrugated exhaust system, yeah, for all the turbulence. That goes the full way. What the heck they were doing that, I do not know. What else have they done? That's about it, really. Inside, let's open the boot, which is freaking heavy, probably because it's full of filler. We have found a small hole down in there, and the driver's sill, as I said, in the sill needs doing. It looks like an old car. It certainly smells like an old car. What, as you can see here, what the original owner did do was fit a new wiring loom. So oddly enough, this does start. She does, well, so when I say does start, the fuel pump's got a hole in the diaphragm, so what happens is over time the fuel leaks back out of the fuel pump and it really struggles to prime. So what I've been doing is self-priming it, and then it will suddenly work, it'll be okay. But we've got another fuel pump for it, but there is plans for this. So as you can see, these things like this, it's all, I mean, it is repairable, but we're on the hunt for some panels, to be honest. Never going to be a concourse car, especially not after I've finished with it. Anyway, I've been underneath. Apart from where he's welded the floor pans, the rest of it's solid. Front chassis legs, which are bolt-on oddly, are fine. Gearbox tunnel's fine. The engine sounds all right. I've changed the oil because it was a bit nasty. Probably never been changed since 1996, and it was all right, and it sounds okay, so who knows. yeah, so there are plans afoot, but at the moment it's to get it basically to a running driving car, lower the shit out of it so it looks really cool. And then, yeah, things are going to happen to this vehicle. If you've been sort of watching this channel, you'll know kind of what we tend to do to things like this, old cars. And it does include changing what's under there. But anyway, what I'll do is I'll show you what's under there. So there we go. 1200 cc's of pure Herald power. Still on the dynamo. It's standard Sodex carb that these things tend to come with, really. I think the Herald didn't, though. I think they got SUs. But I know, obviously, on the standards, it was a Sodex carb. This one is leaking from the primary. But I can sort that anyway to get it roadworthy. But it's all here, and it's generally not rotten. So under the wings are all okay, apart from one of the back ones. As you can see, he's put the whole new wiring loom in. Even the dynamo works. I mean, we had it started, but as you can see, this is what tends to happen. I had it running about 10 minutes ago, and then the fuel pump or the fuel filter just empties. So it tends to leak back, and even if you try and prime it or try and just turn it over, it will not do it. But if you put in another fuel pump and just self-prime it so fuel comes up this side of the pipe, then put it on and just turn the car over, it shall start. So yeah, I've had it before where there's either something wrong with the diaphragm that's inside these. Now, oddly enough, this isn't my first rodeo with this style of engine. I've also got a 1500 midget, which you saw that video of the new project, which I've not done anything with since. But yeah, this is actually off the original engine, and it was new. You obviously can see the red paint when I painted the engine, and it does work. So it's working when I put it on. And from what I gather, the 1500 engine was exactly the same motor. They just bought it out. So that will be going on, so she'll start properly. It is still positive earth. That will eventually change because I can't be dealing positive earth cars. And it would cause issues later on with changing things to a bit more modern. Because you putting positive earth stuff when stuff's negative earth, it would just cause too many problems. So that will be changing. But she's all there. The lights work, everything works. But I will show you inside. Let's get a torch. There we go. I mean, in all her goodness, and it smells like an old car. It smells like a car that's not been used. A very dampish smell, but because it has lived outside from what we are aware for a while, it actually was a local car up until 2013 when the previous owner got it, just like a Golf. So, bit of a pity that then I had to go an hour and a half away to go and collect it. But yeah, plans are afoot. I think this thing has got potential. Brakes wise, it's all drums, so they will be changed. I believe you can use Herald units or Spitfire 1500 units. You have to change the spindles and things, but from what I gather, it was a popular sort of rodding thing to do back in the 60s, 70s when these were really cheap cars. So that will be done. What I have noticed with these, and all of them I've looked at, yes, the bottom of the doors go, but generally, like the wings and everything, and the metal is certainly thicker. It just seems a more solidly built vehicle. Maybe that's just me, but even I'm used to the MGs, and these just seem a little bit more thicker and more solid. But it's probably just me. I don't know. Probably somebody out there knows more than I do. So ideas are to basically get it sort of roadworthy and working to a fashion. Have it a bit of a ratted look vehicle for now as is, and there's nothing going to change really. There'll be a lick of paint here and there. Eventually it might get a paint job, and then after that tear it apart, and this will be changing. So yeah, you're going to have to watch this space with everything. So this is the new project, the 1957, I believe, standard 10. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Sorry it's been a while, but we've been busy. As you can see, we've put a mez in there. But yeah, we've been really busy with bits and pieces. I'm trying to get out and use the car and stuff, and work's been mega busy. But now this has come along. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of footage because I'll be filming everything we do on this vehicle. The moment it's going to be to get it roadworthy. The first thing is getting these brakes bled up and that it actually stops, because at the moment you've really got to pump the brakes. So that will be the first thing. And then sorting the pump out as well. But yeah, anyway, You'll have to just subscribe if you want to see more, and I shall see you in the next one.